Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be going over Deathless Zane. Now, I'm going to talk about the version that I was playing with all day with some really old tech I actually used to play with, and it is pretty cool. We're going to get into it, but I am also going to talk about Deathless Zane in general, the pros, the cons, a couple different variations, why this actually isn't the playstyle for me, but it could be for you, and also some of my favorite parts. There are some cool weapons that we get to play with that I am actually, it's my favorite part of this build. So yeah, let's just hop straight into it. Now, the main theme of running Deathless on Zane is that we are trading survivability for some extra DPS. Now, the main anointment we are taking advantage of is the brand new 150% bonus radiation damage, as long as you are under 50% health. Now, basically the main survivability that Zane has, his barrier is really good, but his main survivability is actually his lifesteal. And if you want to take advantage of this anointment, you basically have to sacrifice your health gating, which means lifesteal is not as effective, especially since we're playing Deathless. Lifesteal doesn't help us at all. So with that being said, let's get into the variation of this build that I was playing with all day on stream today, actually. So basically, let's go over the skills first. In Blue Tree, we have a pretty simple skill tree loadout. Now, you guys know, get all the kill skills. They're great. They're so good on Zane. You notice I have 1 point in Salvation. That's just in case I want to take off my Deathless. Some lifesteal is always awesome if you don't want to wear Deathless. And this build works without Deathless as well. So, you know, you don't have to spend this point if you plan on staying Deathless the entire time. But, you know, you don't have to stay Deathless. You can toss on your good old Snowdrift Vic Rush and play a normal build. Now, where the cool tech comes in that I was talking about is actually all the way over here in the green tree. We got the green capstone distributed denial. And basically what distributed denial does is it gives your shield effect to Zane's barrier. So my shield mod will actually be attached to my barrier, and the shield we're using is the Big Boom Blaster. Now, this is some old strats I used to play with all the time. Actually, Spy came up with this idea. The booster shields with distributed denial is so awesome, and this is how we are going to keep our shields full. Since we don't get to use our life steal, we're going to be able to like cheat on our shields and keep them full. It's a pretty cool strategy, and it's pretty awesome. There's some other perks we're going to talk about. Now, real quick, I want to show you guys the while under 50% health anointment. I'm pretty sure you guys know what anointment I was talking about, but just in case you didn't, this is the reason to run this build. Now, comparing this to something like Sentinel Cryo, basically, these are very similar bonuses, and Radiation and Cryo are also both pretty neutral elements. So the 150% Radiation is a DPS upgrade in like most scenarios, and this is a very powerful anointment. One of my favorite things about this build is that I actually get to play with the Reflux. And if you guys don't have a redistributor, you can actually play with this Reflux. The Reflux with this Radiation anointment is very good on Flak, it's very good on Amara, it's very good on Moze. So you guys might have a Reflux with this anointment, and you don't need a redistributor for this build. You can run this Reflux, it's super powerful. Besides that, one of my favorite weapons is the Queen and King's Call. This weapon is awesome, and it shines with this Radiation anointment. You get that bonus projectile, and it adds some bonus damage, making this gun great even on M10. And then otherwise, I just, you know, you can run whatever you want. Chaos in, Monarchs. I like the Monarch, so I have one equipped. And then finally, don't forget, we are wearing a Big Boom Blaster. We get some of that rocket ammo back, meaning you can actually use some rockets in this build. The Plague Bearer, the Backburner. In the footage, you guys saw me using a Fire Plague Bearer, actually. And, you know, Fire and Radiation is a nasty combo against enemies who have shields and health. Now, let's hop back into the skill trees. Like I said, the Blue Tree is very simple. You guys know Blue Tree. Get all the kill skills. Red Tree, we put our 3 extra points into Borrowed Time. This helps with our barrier, keeping it up. And in Green Tree, I'm going to be honest with you guys, you should just copy what you see here. Green Tree does not have a lot of great skills, and especially because like Rise to the Occasion is useless considering we're running Deathless. We kind of had to pick up some of the lesser used skills like Nerves of Steel. Adrenaline really doesn't do much for you, but we really wanted to get to Distributed Denial. Even Calm, Cool, Collected helps us refresh our shields in this build. Keep in mind, Calm, Cool, Collected does not work with Deathless or a frontloader for that matter. Now, as for the class mod, we're sticking to the Seeing Dead. This is just Zane's best class mod until they change something. You can use whatever grenade you want, but the Recurring Hex is great for triggering Seeing Dead. And finally, you want to use a Deathless. Now, you want to use Icebreaker or Snowdrift. These are Zane's two best artifacts, but I would like to point out the Last Stand Deathless. What this actually does is it gives you invulnerability every 40 seconds. So you actually have to take damage to trigger it, but you can just take a little bit of damage every 40 seconds and you will get 5 seconds of invulnerability. So it's another cool piece of tech that, I want to tell you guys about. Now, in general, I actually want to mention some other ways to run this build. Moxie actually posted a Half-Life Zane build, which is very cool. He has the right idea. He's running a pretty normal Seeing Dead build, and otherwise he's just using a front loader, and the front loader is a good option. However, I want to let you guys know one other piece of tech I want to recommend to you guys, and this is a skill tree pretty similar to Moxie's Half-Life Zane build. I like to run with Seeing Red. Now, Moxie was actually using Deterrence Field, which is a very good option because those melee enemies are annoying. The one difference I want to point out is I actually think you should not be using Zane's Sentinel. Zane's Sentinel is actually not a very good action skill, and the only benefit with the Sentinel is Sentinel Cryo. Now, since we're using the Radiation Anointment, I actually recommend using Zane's Digiclone. This skill right here, Old U, is very good for survivability. On top of that, the clone in general will just give you more elements on action skill end and stuff like that. And yeah, Fractal Frags is a great skill. Zane's clone is not bad. Quick Breather can help recharge your front loader. So if you guys want to run the front loader, I recommend a skill tree similar to this. And if you want to use Moxie's strat of getting to Deterrence Field, just take some points out of your kill skills. And let's toss some over here. 57 skill points, we can get to, or I'm sorry, level 57, and we can get to Deterrence Field. So something like this is what I recommend, and I actually recommend playing Clone over the drone. And yeah, shout out to Moxie and his Half-Life Zane build. Go check him out. You guys know Moxie. But yeah, honestly guys, that is pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to show you guys that big boom blaster and distributed denial tech. On top of telling you guys about the Digiclone over the drone, especially when you aren't using Sentinel Cryo, there's really no other reason to play Zane's clone. It's just not that great. But anyways, guys, that is pretty much it for this video. I streamed a lot of this live over at twitch.tv/thickfillet_, and we have a pretty good time over there hanging out. If you guys want to come check me out, I would appreciate it. Otherwise, drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel for more Borderlands 3 Zane builds. And in the meantime, while we are waiting for Guardian Takedown, I just wanted to post some builds and strats. I hope I gave you guys some cool ideas with this one, but I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.